Live from Harbor Station, it's the Vector Spaceman Show. Now, here's your host, Vector Spaceman.
Hello, Space Cadets! It's me, it's the guy, it's the fella. It's your old pal, Vector Spaceman. And guess what? We're back at it again, man. We're coming to you live once more, straight from Harbor Station here, broadcasting on all frequencies to our beautiful planet Earth once more. And whether you're watching us live or catching us after this show, don't you know, we're glad to have you on board. Thanks for helping us make outer space the place to be on tonight, Tuesday, May 6th, 2025. It's gonna be May, Space Cadets. Welcome back to the program, and if it's your very, very first time tuning in tonight, then welcome aboard. I'm Vector Spaceman, this is the Vector Spaceman Show, and tonight we're taking a flat to the past. Going back to the era of websites, and novelty, and authenticity, and good wholesome fun. Stick around to see what's up. For some of our audience, this is going to be sure to rekindle some old memories, and for some of our audience, it's going to be a whole new experience. Now, if you missed the last show, we kept on trucking, space trucking, in fact. We only passed out due to inclement weather and dirty oxygen filters once, which is a market improvement for us, but we're oh so close to actually turning a profit. Can you imagine? We'll finally be able to afford to fix up the space truck, maybe give it a fresh coat of space paint, and get back to Star Truckin' in style. Living very large indeed. We're going to be returning to Star Trucker in the future, I'm sure, as well as other staple titles, in addition to the occasional detour, like tonight's show, music, animation, collabs, and more in store in the coming weeks, months, and beyond. And of course, if you want to stay up to date with all of our broadcasts so that you never ever miss a show, then you know what to do, Space Cadets. Be sure to follow Vector Spaceman on Twitter, YouTube, Blue Sky, and of course, right here on Twitch. How nice to see friends of the show up-ins right off the jump, right off the rip, as it were. We got Haster and Mana. Longtime friends of the program. We even ran into Mana earlier today during her own stream in some pitched Tetris combat. A little afternoon sort of collab, sort of rivalry on the big screen, on the main stage. And for once, if you can believe it, the turtle took home the victory. How is everybody doing tonight? The one and only Tetris loser. Wow, what a graceless victory we're seeing out of Manu tonight. Wow. I hope you guys are doing well. It's the dude, it's me. Good to see you too, Haster. Coming in here, calling me a peasant right off the rip. Well, as you can see over in the stream description, that is what we've got in store tonight, you guys. It's Peasant's Quest. Now, this is a title which I was recently reminded of during last night. Not on our own stream, but on friend of the show's stream. We happened to catch a little bit of a Pomato Masters show. Big fat shout out to Palm, as always. Longtime friend of the show, fellow virtual streamer. Everybody should know Palm, everybody should be following Palm. But Palm was watching old Homestar Runner cartoons. Homestar Runner is one of those things, you either grew up with it, or you have no idea what it is. But it was during the heyday of Flash animation on the website, on the websites, on the internet. It was one of the big ones, one of the big heavy hitters. A whole cast of characters, regular cartoon releases. It really, I would say you can trace back a lot of what we do on the Vector Spaceman Show, and with the Vector Spaceman and Friends skits and all that. A lot of that can be traced back to the genesis of Homestar Runner and similar websites. Palm is pretty cool. Palm's a nerdy sort of person as well. Science-based streamer. And she shows up in our cartoons, and that's what really matters. That's what we really appreciate. Is the willingness to do lines and recording, a few times a year when we have funny things to do. Ew, science. No, you gotta love science. Science is all around you, Haster. To do lines, yes, and occasionally move your head to simulate walk cycles. You heard that? Well, that's, you know what? That's also something we appreciate about Mana as well. Mana, of course, if anybody, just on the sidelines, happy to catch this conversation as it's happening. Mana, of course, another big player in the Spaceman and Friends animated specials. Did you know that you can actually find all of the Vector Spaceman and Friends animated skits and specials by going to the YouTube page? Just like that? There's a whole playlist for it? Wow. I know which lines are... Oh, I see what you're getting at. See, and I suspected during our Tetris match earlier today that you were on some sort of performance-enhancing supplements as well. Now I see where your mind is at. Now I see where your head is at. It was the only explanation. It's the only thing that made sense. And now it all comes together. Now we see how it is. I see how you are, to quote a certain turtle. Yeah, we're going to be taking a look at the Homestar Runner website today, and particularly one of the old games from their website, Peasant's Quest. I'm not sure why Palm got into the old games. I think she was just surprised to see that the website was still up and running. But eventually she dropped the Peasant's Quest. She played maybe a couple minutes of it before she went on to play Oblivion. You know, that new remastered modern game. But I thought, no sir, no, we're going to try to beat the actual game. Ye old text-based games with puzzles and mystery and quests. Drug test before Tetrascopy in a cup. See, this should be standardized. Yes, peasant puzzles. That's what we're getting into tonight. So as always, Space Cadets, I invite you tonight to kick back, relax with the Spaceman. We're going to be checking out the Homestar Runner website, and we're going to be playing some Peasant's Quest. That's the plan. And it's going to be a learning opportunity for all of us. And we're not... I'll get into this as we get into the game, but I'm going to be calling upon our Space Cadets as well, if you guys want to get involved with the game. So we'll see how that plays out. But let's put on our game in hands here. Make sure I've got all of my doodads and my diddly-doos. You gotta look the part, Spaceman. You gotta put on your game in hands. There we go. And let's head on over to the big screen, you guys. It's time for some Peasant's Quest. Here we go. Bam! Here we are. It's the Homestar Runner website. Let me switch some audio here. Switch some audio here. There we go. Just the epitome of 2000 style websites. So Flash interface.
Tunes. Game. Characters.
We'd love to see an interactive landing page.
Email.
Email. But what we are really concerned with are, well, let's see here. So if I were to say the name Trogdor to any of you guys, would you know what that is? Maybe we should do a refresher. Maybe we should do a recap. He's loud. Well, maybe we can turn that down a bit. Can we turn that down a bit? Where is the audio? Desktop output. There we go. Try it again, Homestar.
Tunes.
That's a little better, isn't it?
Email.
That's a little better. That's a little better. So let's take a look at the Tunes page. Let's see. Shorts. We're looking for... Where did Trogdor the Burninator get introduced? You know, it might have been a spemail. It might have been a strong bad email. Look at how many of these there are. Weekly release schedules. The kind of thing that Spaceman and Friends could only aspire towards, you know? Dragon, here we go. So this is going to give us a bit of an intro to our topic for tonight. Let's take a look here. Strongbad shares his skills of an artist as he teaches you how to draw a certain wingling dragon named Trogdor the Burninator. So, back in 2003.
Here I go once again with female. Every week I hope that it's from a female.
A little
Oh,
crunchy
man.
audio.
It's not from a female. Hey, Strongman, can you draw a dragon? I want to see your skills of an artist. Okay. Well, G2G, Kaiser from California. A dragon? That's easy. Feel free to follow along with my simple step-by-step instructions. I make drawing.
The work of an artiste.
To begin, draw an S. For
Everybody
snake,
follow along at home.
or dragon.
Grab a pencil and paper.
Whatever. Next, we'll draw a more different S. For the head, put a top mark on a long V. Then you add some legs. Throw on a couple
Classic
of
dragon
arms,
legs.
and- Whoa. Wait a minute. I think I need to start over. This thing doesn't look natural. Okay, starting again, the same way. S, more
Take
different
two.
S. Close it up real good at the top for his head, and then
Nice snaky
using
mouth.
consummate V's, give him teeth, spinities, and angry eyebrows.
You need more
Now you
consummate
can add
V's.
smoke or fire, or maybe some wings. You know, if he's a wingaling dragon. Let's
got
put one of those
wingalings.
beefy arms back on him for good measure.
Oh, beefy.
That looks really good. Coming out of the back of his neck there. Now he needs a name. How about Trogdor, the Burninator?
Perfection.
Oh, yeah. Check out all his majesty. There's my dragon, Kaiser. Let's see how the other students are doing.
Coach Z, one of my favorite
All
characters.
right. What do you got for me, Coach Z?
Take a look there. I think she's looking pretty good.
I said consummate, V's. Consummate! Jeez. Guy wouldn't know majesty if it came up and bit him in the face.
That happened once.
Strong man. You just keep doing your thing, man. Oh, crap. I didn't know you were doing one.
Oh, sure. I think I've improved on your methods a bit, too. I employed some chiaroscuro
What a
shading
show off.
and-
I'll improve on your methods.
What? That's not an improvement.
Trogdor strikes again. Trogdor!
Yes, Master, maybe it was.
Trogdor! Trogdor was a man.
He was a man.
He was a dragon man.
A dragon man.
Maybe he was just a dragon. But he was still Trogdor! Trogdor! Burninating the countryside. Burninating the peasants.
I forgot that we got the little music video in this female.
And the thatched roof cottages!
The thatched roof cottages.
And the Trogdor comes in the night!
So we'll add that to the next karaoke night. Let's see, were there any secrets? Were there any clickable secrets? I guess not. Not for this one. Sometimes you got those back in the day. It is a karaoke jam. You're absolutely right. But anyways, that's the intro to the concept of Trogdor, who is a feature character in tonight's game. So, Mark and Dave Chapman, the creators of Homestar Runner, were animators. They're also occasional game creators as well. Also, check this out. They got like dozens of different landing pages, all with interactive stuff going on.
Characters,
We love this.
characters, email,
So many different designs, so much fun stuff.
I know
email.
you're out there somewhere, Steve! Oh!
Some a little more, intricate than others.
Here's character one strolling home with Braided Love. Probably
Look at
get a
that,
caraway
character
seed stuck in his teeth later on, but that's the life he chose. That's right.
Now let's check out some of these games here. Here we are, the Videlectrix landing page. This is legendary. This is Homestar Runner. Tonight we're going to be playing Peasant's Quest, which is sort of the inverse of the Trogdor game. So in the Trogdor game, we play as Trogdor. Our goal is to squish peasants until we can... Let's see, can I zoom this in a little bit? There we go. There we go. Squish peasants. Avoid knights until we burninate. Why is his arm fleshy? Because he's a dragon man. Or maybe just a dragon. But he's got one beefy arm, and that's what's important. That's what's important. Squish. Oh, and we got sorted by a knight, see? And that's what we want to avoid. Okay, so that is Trogdor. Back. We want to go back. I want to go back. Back to a website. Back, please. Please. How do I back? How do I back without getting out of... It's over! Alright, give me a sec. Give me a sec. We're going to go back to the station. I'm going to... out of full screen here. Okay, here we go. Back to the website. Now comes Peasant Quest. God tier 2000's user experience? Absolutely. So tonight we are playing Peasant's Quest. Let me adjust the audio again, because that's kind of loud. Thank you very much. There we go. Oh, Mike and Matt, not Matt. Not Mark and Dave. Who am I thinking of then? It should be burrowing into your brain. That's where it'll stay. It'll stay there for... I mean, when was... I mean, that cartoon was from 2003, so it's been over 20 years. So here's what we're doing. Here, we've got tips for beginners, aka tips for morons. This is a visual yet largely text-based game. And so for our Peasant's Quest tonight, I'm going to be calling upon our space cadets to give us tips and what they think will work as well, because it's very interactive, it's very puzzle-based. We might not, see things immediately. You guys might have ideas that we don't have. It's a lot of keywords. So we're going to be doing this quest together. We're on a grand quest, a fellowship, if you will. Like all great tales of heroism. So we type stuff. This is like very, very old school. Type stuff like look around or look at specific thing, talk to stuff, get stuff, use stuff, throw stuff, give stuff, take stuff, etc. We've got our inventory. Yes, a fellowship of peasants. That's us. That's us, Space Cadets. We can save and we can load. That's also going to be good. All right, let's start. We are rather dashing. A humble peasant. You return home from a vacation at Scalding Lake, only to find that Trogdor the Burninator has burninated your thatched roof cottage. With nothing left to lose, you swear to get revenge on the wingling dragon in the name of burninated peasants everywhere. It's not just for us, it's for peasants everywhere. We're questing. That's a cool lake. We're questing real hard right now. You can start playing in a second. Okay. So you can see the sign there. That takes us up to Trogdor's place. We can move around. So, give you an idea how it works. We type talk. You explain your situation to the knight. The Trogdor burninated your cottage and you sworn revenge. You ask for passage up the mountain to settle your score. Press return to advance the conversations. Hang on there, Trogdor killer, says the knight. I can only allow actual peasants up the mountain to face Trogdor, and you clearly are not one. Look, Dragonheart, you don't stink like a peasant. You don't dress like a peasant. And you're definitely not on fire like a peasant. Once you're those three things, come back and maybe we can talk. So we've got a quest. We got to stink, we got to dress poorly, and we got to be on fire. Be sure to look around lots, talk to everyone you see, and ask about stuff. Type help if you get confused. So let's try ask about Trogdor. If I had a gold coin for every whining peasant's cottage that freaking dragon burninated, I'd be rich as a jonka? Jonka. Alright, let's quest. And apparently I can speed up. There we go. Now the real question is, which way do we go? It's hard to stop moving once you have started moving. Okay, I figured it out. Alright, so let's look around. River's got a rock in it. Can we jump? We can't jump. Can we go north? Follow the river. Is that a creature over here? You see that? Or is that a stump? Let's find out. Look, there's a beautiful magical waterfall cascading down the cliffside. Look, waterfall. You don't need to look at that. Let's get a little... We need some questing music, don't we? This doesn't sound like this game's got much in the way of in-game audio. So let's go... If there's a river, there's mud. Get mud. You probably wish you could get that. Wish. Get mud. I don't understand. I don't understand, Pastor. It doesn't make sense. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go back to the station screen. And I'm going to try to find some questing music. For our quest. We're going on a quest, you guys. What makes good questing music? We need, like, copyright-free fantasy music. Quest music. That's my favorite genre tonight. Quest music. Calm fantasy music for adventure and exploration. 3-hour mix. That's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of thing we need. Relaxing music, no ads. Royalty-free fantasy music. No copyright. Let's see how this goes. See how this sounds. Let's scrub a bit. Maybe too calm. Too calm. Give me another one. Let's try this one. Way too calm. That's good enough. Alright, let's try with this. Back to the big screen. Yeah, we gotta feel motivated on our grand quest, right? Alright, we are going south. Oh, there's an inn. Swell. Let's look at the inn. There's a giant inn here. It takes up like the entire... Oh, it takes up like the entire screen. True. Open door. It's locked fast. Look door. Just a door with a note on it. Read note. It says gone fishing. Just like that grog koozie your cousin got you. There's a guy. We found a guy. We found a human being. Oh, snap. And we found the other side of the same waterfall? Is it the same waterfall? Do we live on a... I think we might live on a donut, sort of. world here. Let's look around. A signal lantern of some kind hangs from a severely burninated tree. Can we take lantern? You probably wish you could get that. I sure do. Take stuff. Alright, guess we can't do that. Let's go talk to that guy who was fishing. Let's look around. Why, it's half a lake with a fisherman in it, and he's fishing. Talk. Fisherman. You holler at the old man about Trogdor, but he just grumbles about the fish not biting. Must be using the wrong bait, he says, suggestively. Specifically, he says it suggestively. Maybe we can find some bait. Not here, though. You gotta, if you want to catch the best fish, you gotta go fishing suggestively. Look around. There's a ranch-style thatched roof cottage here. Ranch-style. Yeah, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Know what I mean? Know what I mean? There are also what appear to be 4 crunchberry bushes, but you can't be sure. Look, bush. You suspect they might be crunchberry bushes. Get berry. Get berries? Ah! We had to use the plural. You reach into the bush to snag you some berries, but they all just squish in your hand. Snap. Get berries. Nothing in this bush but squish berries. Man, alright, I guess we can't take berries. Can we go in this one? Open door. You open her up and head on in. There's a person. What a depressing little cottage. It reeks of single parent. A lady rocks her baby in a chair. A mostly empty shelf sits against one wall. Mostly empty, huh? Look, shelf. Nothing but a bag of chicken feed. Take feed. You used to eat this stuff like crazy when you were a kid, and your parents weren't watching, which is all too often. You grabbed several large handfuls. What? What? This is adventure. This is part of questing, Hester. You take feed. You take anything that isn't nailed down. Our score went up. See? We're doing something right. Take feed. You don't need any more. It might give rise to old temptations. Perfect grade A writing. Can we talk, lady? Talk, lady. Hello, you start, but the lady cuts you off. Okay, here's why I let you in here, she explains. My husband got squished by Trogdor. We get that, we understand that. And to make matters worse, the insurance riches I got were stolen by the Jonka. What the heck is the Jonka? Go steal them back for us and I'll give you something great. Alright, we gotta go get insurance riches. Can we talk to the baby? You say some cute, stupid stuff and the baby just blows snot bubbles. Classic baby. The baby lady calls after you. Hey, you're on some quest, right? Well, the little squirt here lost something of mine in the yard the other day. It's yours if you can find it. Look around. You don't need to look at that. They're telling me what I need to look at. Search. Search yard. Look. Bush? Search bush. You already searched that bush. It was okay. Nothing to write home about. Oh wait, you don't have a home. Might be. Might be. Search. So we gotta be specific. Search bush. This is where I'll rely on our space cadets. If you guys have any ideas how we might better our algorithms, our search, our keywording. You already searched that bush. Alright, we searched those 2 bushes. Let's search these 2 bushes. Search bush. Too bad you don't want any squished berries, because hey, jackpot! Fourth time's the charm. Hey! You reach into the bush to snag some berries, but instead find a super trinket. These things are awesome. You have a sneaking suspicion that someone in this game will need this thing. A little trading quest, perhaps? Very Zelda, and our score went up again. Let's look at our inventory. We've got chicken feed. We've got a super trinket. Oh, that is super. We got a shirt. Press return for description. This has got to be your favorite t-shirt ever. Oh, the times you had at Scalding Lake. Canoeing, fishing, stoning heathens. What a blast. The super trinket is weird. It looks like it could either kill you or make you the hit of your Christmas party. Gold nuggets. Oh wait, it's just chicken feet. Alright, so we got some gear. That's great. Oh wait. Can we give Hawkman? Raidman. Give chicken feed. Is chicken feed a good bait? Well, heck, that might work. Throw it in and see what happens. Oh, we nailed it. I'm so good at this. Throw feed. Maybe try again from the center of the lake. Okay. Maybe here? Throw feed. You toss the feed into the lake. You shed a tear for each one. Goodbye, Monty. Bye, Delga, Rasputin. Farewell, Combledon, and so forth. Whoosh, whoosh. Oh, he got a fish. He got a fish. Whoa, that crotchety old man just caught a pant load of fish. Now I can get back to running the inn, he says, and rows to shore and hauls his boat out and cleans guts and fillets all the fish and a bunch of other stuff we didn't animate. Well, at least they're honest. So that means we should be able to go back to the inn, yeah? Open. Door. You open the door and step inside the inn. We're in the inn. Let's look around. What a dump. Only one bed and no minibar? The innkeeper stands behind a desk and there's a door that's closed. Talk. Innkeeper. If you're interested in staying the night, just type get a room. What happens if we open door? That's the pantry, says the innkeeper. Employees only. Well, can we get job? You probably wish you could get that. Okay, we can't get job. Even though that's a perfectly cogent sentence that should work. I guess they just didn't expect us to try it. Alright, well, what happens if we do get a room? I only serve peasants here, fancy pants. Where's your robe? Get robe. I probably wish you could get that. Can I wear this carpet as a robe? Can I take carpet? You're not touching that thing. Too many questionable stains on it. Alright, maybe not then. Can we give trinket? You don't need to give that now. Alright, exit. There we go. We just walk on out. Takes us back there. We've been to the thatched roof cottage. Oh! Oh! Your mom always told you not to take head poundings from strange Carricks. And now look what's happened. You dead. Thanks for playing. Game over. New! Let's load our autosave. Thank goodness it has an autosave. Okay, so the inn's open, but they won't serve us because we don't look like a peasant enough. Let's speed the game up a little bit. So if we go over here, we gotta dodge that fella. Whew. got a well, and we can still go down. There's an archery guy there. Let's check out the well first. It's a really generic well here, and apparently it's autumn on this screen. Look, well. Pretty average. You're not a big well person. You're more into bridges. It does have a cute little bucket, though. Your dad liked buckets. Oh, and there's a metal crank, too. Mima loved cranks. Use crank. You can just make out something floating in the water down there. Let's use crank, then. Can't reach from the... Come on, man. Use crank. It won't budge. Maybe if there was something heavy in that bucket. Use trinket. Put trinket. So we need something heavy. What else do we have? Maybe we call use super trinket. Alright, that's not it. We got hoof prints. Probably from that strange carrick. We got freeze. Whoo! I got spooked. Alright. Can I queue up a command? Ha! You startled him and he disappeared. There was a guy behind that tree. Let's queue up look. We'll go to the next page. It's the carrick, you moron! Get out of here! Alright, we're out of here. Let's try talk carrick. Cue that up. Mi llamo Giulio. You begin. It seems only to further anger the already temperamental carrick. That stupid learn carrick in 3 weeks cassette did nothing for you. Alright, so we don't want to be there. This is what it seems like. What? There's that guy again. Talk. He disappeared again. Okay. I want to use look if he pops out again. See what he's all about. Nothing special here except that weird wavy tree. Climb tree. You don't climb wavy trees. Fine. What about this regular tree? Who? I thought he was over here. There's two of them? There's two of them. Not the wavy tree. I'm trying to climb this tree. Okay, look. Nothing special here except that weird tree. Look, man. Fairly naked man is peering out from behind that tree. Can I give shirt? Then he won't be fairly naked? No, I guess not. Give trinket. Nope. Talk, man. Disappeared again. What should we be doing? The remains of your thatched roof cottage lie burninated before you. You swear revenge against Trogdor. We do swear revenge. There's definitely half a lake here with a sandy shore. Search bush. Now you're gonna pretend you don't know what search bush means? Oh, we came out on the other side of the archery guy. Will we get an archery mini game? Let's find out. You've come across some kind of shooting gallery. There's a depressed looking archer at the desk there. Talk, archer. Oh, hi, I'm Mendeleev, says the archer. I used to run a shooting range here with my brother Dongalev, but we don't talk so much anymore. Haven't seen him in a jonka's age. If you ever run into him, tell him I said Haldo. You mean hello, you ask? Panic Cat Plays, how you doing? Welcome to the program. Welcome to the evening. We're playing a very old title tonight. It's Peasant's Quest from the Homestar Runner website. No, shut up. I said Haldo and I meant Haldo. Tell him I said Haldo. Ask about brother. Ask about what? Ask about, what was his name? Dongolev? Hawk Archer. Tell my bro I said Haldo if you see him, he says, and goes back to pouting. Ask about bro. Nope, guess not. You just ate a quesadilla? That's nice. That's nice. I had an enchilada for dinner. I feel like I would have preferred a quesadilla. Quesadilla is kind of top practical foods. Look, let's look. There's a dried out mud puddle. It's all caked and cracked, like the kind that rock stars are always standing on. Is that right? Is that a rock? That's a rock. Get rock. That rock's not doing a whole lot for me. Climb tree. But then your hands would get all sappy. That's a fairly good point. This game has thought of so much. It really just knows, you know? Oh, there's a big bale of hay over there. Hay. It's hay. Search bale. You search and search through the haystack. Nope, no needles. Well, shucks. A rock. A cave, maybe. There's a little cave with a little door with a little note. Read note. It says, scared of Carrick. Go away. Jay. Wonder who Jay is. Can I get rock? Probably wish you could get that. Man, I wish I could get rock. There's a run-of-the-mill non-burninated thatcher cottage here. Its stonework looks a little shoddy. Get rock. This little rock here looked like marginally out of place. I had no idea that would work. It's something about it, and the fact that we were just using get rock on the other page. Way to go, Spaceman. You slide the stone over to reveal a little hole. If only you could cut off your arms, legs, and head, you might be able to squeeze through. It's like a little mouse door. Can I take rock? You've already moved the stone out of the way to reveal a less than peasant-sized hole. Yes, but I want to get the rock so that I can put it in the bucket. It's a donkey. Hey, there's a rotten old horse over there. Talk horse. Your attempts at conversation are met with horse grunts and tail flaps, which is better than you do at conversation with most people. Wow. Wow. Can I ride a horse? Nah, snapping horse spines just doesn't seem as cool as it did in high school. True. Can I swat flies? Nope. Wonder what the horse wants. What the horse doing? Alright, so here's what I'm willing to consider. Can I take this rock? Whoops, take rock. There we go. Man, I really wish I could take rock. But that fella who was hiding behind the tree, maybe that was the archery guy's brother. Or maybe the guy who runs the inn was the archery guy's brother. Say Haldo. That's totally not Dongolev. Okay, fine. Then I don't know who Dongolev is. Ask name. Ask about what? Ask man. Ask about what? Ask man name. Haldo. Hello. Hawkman. Startle him and he disappears. Man. Man. Alright. So I think we've seen all the visible screens at the moment. Haven't we? So I'll bet you the innkeeper is Dongalev then. We just run around saying Haldo everywhere. See what happens. Just see what happens. That's one thing they don't tell you about questing. Is the tedium. But that's fine. We're on an adventure. On a grand quest. Maybe this guy's Dongalev. Haldo. Nope, not him. Let's go to the inn then. It's gotta be the innkeeper, right? Enter. Did I spell it wrong? Enter in. Open door. There we go. Very specific. Haldo. Well then who the heck is Dongalev, man? Unless it's one of the Carricks. That would be bizarre, wouldn't it? What a twist that would be. Now there's, oh shoot. See, I feel like we gotta use water to make this mud all less cracked and dry, for whatever reason, whatever it's doing. We also gotta find a way into this space here, because can we open door? There's no knob. So how do we get knob? We need knob, man. What's this stump all about? Look, stump. We run out of ideas as to what to do next and stare at the stump. Right? Look, trees. You are an incredibly boring person. Wow, I'm just trying to figure out the game, man. Can I go over the fence? Look, fence. Standard peasant fence. Trogdor makes milk's meat out of these things. Jump fence. No, you've business to attend to here in peasantry. Can we get knob off of this door? Take knob. Man. Use rock. Gotta find some way to bust down this door here. Let's check our inventory again. We've got a trinket. We've got a shirt. It looks like it'd either kill you or make you the hit of your Christmas party. Horse? Would you like the trinket? No? Perhaps not. I wonder if one of those Carricks wants a trinket. Or can we use it here somehow? No. No. Use archery. Let's see what these reeds are all about. I don't need to look at that. Come on, man. Look tree. Don't need to look at that either. Oh, there he is. Use trinket. What do you mean? Holdo. That's not Dongalev either? So what is this guy about, man? What could it be, Space Cadets? What are we missing? We've only got a few items. We've got a magic phrase, which we haven't been able to apply to anybody that we've met so far. Maybe, just maybe, drop shirt. Nope. Can we make a trade with this fella in the tree? That's what we're gonna try and find out. If he'd poke out again. Use trinket. Come on, man. And we're sure he's not Dongalev. Man. Ask about man. Type look to see your surroundings, type inventory, type where to see the name of the place you're in, type save. Let's try where then. This is hanging out in Wavy Tree. And if we try to talk, he disappears. Every time. We've done it like 3 or 4 times. Me llamo Julio. Alright, same thing. Not making any progress with that guy. Outing Archer. Jump River. Peasants can't swim. It's illegal. Man. Jump Rock. I don't need to... I can just jump across the rock, man. Look tree. You're really hurting for puzzle solutions, huh? I am, man. What am I meant to do, game? We got the feed. Let's open door. Maybe we talk to the lady again. Insurance riches. Jonka. What the heck is the Jonka? Ask about Jonka. That nasty thing killed my husband and took my riches. I thought Trogdor killed your husband, you interject. Oh, right, yeah, that's what I said. Trogband killed my husband. Baby Lady Cottage, that's where we're at. Okay. I'm out of feed. Can I take more feed? Don't need any more? Okay. Can I take the baby? Want to be a part of this family? Go get us those riches. This place is dead anyway. We're out of here. Severely burninated tree. They could probably use some salve. Salve? Some salve? Look lantern. It's unlit at the moment. That fancy pants royal knight probably lights it on nights when Troggy is on the prowl. Huh. Take knob. Can I take the knob? I can't. I open door. Can we go inside? Ask about Trogdor. Are you talking about that young green boy that lives up the street? He's always tearing my roof off and eating my customers. Ask about Jonka. I don't know nothing about whatever you just said. Ask about Dongalev. I don't know nothing about whatever you just said. Man. Man. And we're sure this ain't the guy. That ain't Donkalev. Use bell. Instead of ringing or dinging, it just goes dung. What up, Ghost? Ghost knows what it's about. We got reminded of Peasant's Quest last night while we were watching Palm's stream. Palm decided she wanted to, play a real game, wanted to go play Oblivion. No, we're on a grand quest tonight. Let's see what we can get done here. Save the countryside. Read paper. It says, note to self, wave arms wildly. Well, he's on it. He's waving arms wildly. Should have stuck with it. Should have stuck with this. What's this painting? It's a painting of dogs playing Magic the Nerdening. Classic. Classic. Window. Check it out. There's a peasantry out there. So much peasantry, though. Look, Bet. Is that just a fitted sheet over a slab of concrete? Can we take pillow? Not a chance. There's even more questionable stains on that pillow than there are on the rug. Funny that it has its own category. It's gotten... I feel like I've played games that have lower followers than Peasant's Quest, which is surprising. Are you sure I can't open door, though? Employees only. And I can't get job. We tried that already. What if we use bed? We probably ought to talk to that stinky old guy over there about that. Right. But he won't give us... We can't get a room because we're not peasants. Because we don't have a robe. So where are we going to get a robe, man? We are inviting backseat gaming tonight. There's plenty of space for us to not particularly know what's going on. How am I doing today? I'm doing pretty good, Ghost. Thanks for asking. I'm doing pretty good. Can we take rock? I need something heavy. I need something heavy to weigh down the bucket. Unless we just messed it up and the bucket thing was supposed to be more straightforward. And we just couldn't figure it out. You know what? We should try to... Let's try to take that bell. You can't. It looks like it's been somehow folded to the desk. Man. Can we take the lantern? Better not. There's an engraved plaque on it that says, "Do not remove under penalty of you die." That sounds pretty serious. Alright, let's go back to the well. Well. Use well. You don't need to use that now. Haldo. Say Haldo. Talk well. Yell into the well and enjoy the echo. Keep in mind, there are no stereos yet. And we can't use crank yet because we need something heavy in the bucket. That's why I was thinking, what if we used a rock? Could we put trinket? Because we have that trinket. Use trinket. Use fancy trinket. Super trinket. It's called a super trinket. Use super trinket. Use brain. Don't need to use that now either. Man. Search. Guess not. Look. Apparently it's autumn. Anything else this guy wants to say? Yeah, we want to say Haldo to your bro, but we haven't been able to find him. Where are we going to get something heavy? What's something heavy that we can interact with that we haven't interacted with yet? It wouldn't let me take this rock. Create a little opening And we can't take the horse. What are we missing? And we can't climb trees because we're gonna get all sappy. And we just loop around. Take note. It's been magically sealed to the door with a wondrously whimsical spell. Man. Alright. Sounds like we can't find a solution. So we're gonna do the only proper thing. We're gonna look up a walkthrough. Let's see here. Peasant's Quest. Homestar Runner. Walkthrough. Because we are weak of brains. We gotta find whatever keyword we're missing so we can continue with our quest. We're not gonna cheat. We're just gonna get a little hint. Did you guys know that the Homestar Runner has its own wiki? It's such a thoroughly wondrous series and website. It also loads very slowly. Okay. Looks like we might have missed something. Let's try going back to our burninated cottage. There it is. The remains of your thatched roof cottage lie burninated before you. You swear revenge against Trogdor. Now if we search wreckage, search cottage, search remains, look around, search ruins. Apparently there's something we're supposed to be doing here that we missed. Look, cottage. Here we go. All your baubles and trinkets, your flasks and scrolls, your goblets and staffs, burninated. Looks like there's a piece of unburninated paper on the ground. Get paper. You tuck it nice-like into your short pants. Type map at nearly any time to check the map. So this is what we missed. So we have explored everything. We can see where everything's at. It's now just a matter of putting all the pieces together. Okay. And it looks like I had the right idea. But apparently we were supposed to get pebbles. Where are we supposed to get pebbles? Maybe I misread that. Let's see. Oh, from the shore. Oh. Okay. These pebbles right here. I thought that was just background. So if I was to look around, sandy shore, look shore. There's a bunch of fairly substantial pebbles in the sand. Okay, so they would have given us a context clue if we had been a little more deliberate with our searching. They don't hold your hand in this game, that's for sure. We grab a handful of fairly substantial pebbles. Make sure to get an even mix of sedentary, igneous, and surreptitious rocks. Alright, now where are we relative to the well? We gotta go north-northeast. In order to avoid the Carrick, we'll go east first, and then north. I'm stuck in the trees, man! Okay, so now we should be back on track. So if we use pebbles, drop pebbles. Where you want to toss them. Use pebbles bucket. Drop pebbles bucket. Give pebbles. Maybe we got to be at the crank side. What do you propose to do with them? Discuss. Use pebbles on bucket. What do you mean? Use crank. Put pebbles. Put pebbles in bucket. There we go. Very, very specific. Alright, looks like we're going to be starting an ad, so we're going to wait a second. You plunk all your pebbles into the bucket, the weight causes it to descend to the bottom of the well with a quickness. With a quickness, even. And look at that, our score went up again. I was hoping we'd get through this game tonight, but I wonder if we will. I wonder if we will. So we drop the bucket, down it goes, and we're probably going to want to use that crank again to bring it up, but I'm going to wait until after the ad's done. In the meantime, I'm just going to check over on the old social meteors and see who else is streaming tonight. Maybe we can send a raid off to Palm if she's streaming. Let her know that we stuck around for the quest, you know? You know? Everybody else has been having a good week. And a good evening. And hey, if Palm's not streaming, then heck, we got a lot of friends who are streaming tonight. No shortage of good company, so that's good. That's good. Let's review our map. So a lot of it's just kind of empty space then, isn't it? Let's see if there's anything else that we might have mistook as being inconsequential. Because look, see this little thing here? Those are clearly the pebbles that we picked up. Up here, there's something like deliberate pixels. We're looking for deliberate pixels. The horse must be important. The stump must be important. The haystack. The archer fella. It's all gotta mean something. Everything in the game's gotta mean something. Alright, let's use crank. The crank seems to have loosened, and you haul the bucket back up. What's this? Why, there's a monster mascus in there. No doubt left over from some pagan ritual. Silly pagans. You grab up the scary monster mascus. Man, this thing could scare a horse. A horse? You could do this all day. Can we get anything else? Drama grips you, but the bucket is empty. On the bright side, you're getting a pretty sweet workout for your deltoides rex muscles. Those are some of my best muscles. Same response? Okay. I think we've exhausted the use of the crank. Those pagans sure can make a freaky looking mask when they want to. It's like those theater masks, Evil Uncle or something. Use mask. On this screen, you've got your image to think about. Actually, you might want to start deliberating on that right now. Alright, map. I don't think it's a coincidence. Can we take these arrows? Hold on. They have range printed on them, so it'd be kind of embarrassing to have to shoot around with them. Also, that guy over there is giving you the evil eye. Okay, we can't steal arrows. Let's go try to scare a horse then. Use mask. You slip on the hideous monster masks. Blue. You scared the crap out of poor Gary. He broke on through to the other side. Like the doors that one time. Is this... Holdo! The archer stops arching and turns to you. My brother told you to tell me, Holdo. He must want to start up the old business. And he's off. You're in a hidden glen. There's a tree with a zillion arrows in it. Can we take these arrows? You pick out a really good one and yank it from the tree. Hooray! Now you have an arrow. Can we take another one? You're pretty much all set on the arrow front. They are kind of cool, though. Has that expanded the map? We're in a secret off-screen location. Like Bill's secret garden. Well, alrighty. And we can't go any further here. Where'd poor Gary run off to? Is he still represented on the map? He is. Can we do anything with the stump? Use stump. Do some questing already. Man, we try. We stay trying to quest out here. Let's head back to the range. Let's talk to the archery bros. Holdo, says the brothers. Test your skill, give us the right super item from your inventory, and you can give it as many tries as you need. Oh yeah? Give trinket. That'll work, says Mendeleev. Just hit 3 bullseyes and you win the Super Time Fun Bow, TM. The arrow keys aim left and right. We do get a mini game, nice. Okay, arrow keys left and right, and the spacebar operates the bow. You'll need to press it a couple of times to get a nice shot off, but we don't give lessons, so you're on your own. Ah, shucks. Oh, I see. I think I see. I thought I saw. I did not, in fact, see. Alright. Bam. Bam. That was not bad. That was not bad. Oh, and look! That little stick on the side seems to indicate wind. Sorry, says Dongaliv. Not a single hit. Your game face must be on back order. Maybe come back when your shipment comes in. But since you gave us this trinket and you obviously don't have a prayer of winning, you can play again whenever you want. Play. Alright, we gotta get 3 bullseyes. That wind is significant, huh? Nice. Alright. Just for the wind. Nice. Really adjust for the wind. Ugh. Alright, I think we got it, though. I think we should still be able to get it. Man! Only 2 hits. 3rd time's the charm. We got this. Okay, dead wind. Easy. Nice. And dead wind again. Nailed it. 3 in a row. 4 in a row. Alright. This is a real tough one. Yeah, 5 for 5. Here's your prize. You got the Super Time Fun Bow. You don't sell ammo, so you have to find your own arrows for it. We already got an arrow for it. That was some master marksmanship right there, Ghost. Let's check the inventory. Show me that bow, though. What about that bow, though? Pretty fancy bow. You're surprised those shady archers gave away such decent prizes. Your half-expected goldfish in a bag. Alright, we've got a bow. We got a monster mask. If we use the monster mask, do you think we could trick the Carricks? Use bow. Or could we shoot the Carricks? Where are the Carricks at? Oh, there he is. Alright. We're gonna... Let's try use mask first. We're gonna queue that up. Not on this screen. Alright. Let's try use bow. Here goes nothing, Kid Icarus. Oh, we got him! Arrowed! Nice shot. You smote the Carrick. He lay there stinking. We got a weather change. A light rain heralds the washing free of the Carrick's grip on the land. You're feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty good, though, so the artless symbolism doesn't bug you. Nice. Search Carrick. A big part of questing is looting bodies. Look, Carrick. He dead. And the only thing of value on him is his stinking belt buckle. Take belt. Nice. Loot all the things. You strap the Carrick's belt buckle around your waist. Oh boy, you sure stink now. Well, hey, that's part 1 of being a peasant, right? We gotta stink, we gotta get robe, and we gotta be on fire. Perhaps not even in that order. Alright, we got a Carrick belt. Stinks like all get out. Why couldn't the Carrick have kidnapped a hot wench or something that you could have saved, right? Right? Alright. We're smelling. Loot Carrick. Anything else? Guess not. Check the map. So I thought we were gonna have to get water, but now that it's raining, let's check that that mud pile again. Yeah, here we go. Oh, I slipped. Now you've done it. You're covered in sticky, albeit fine-smelling mud. Your Scalding Lake t-shirt is all soiled, too. You just washed it last harvest. Is this what's supposed to pass for us wearing robes? Us being covered in head-to-toe brown? We can find out. By going to the inn, because they only serve peasants, right? That's what we've been told. Or so we've been told. It stopped raining? It stopped raining. So we must have done something right. Enter door. Open door. Get a room. I only serve peasants here, Fancy Pants. Where's your robe? Okay, so this does not count as a robe. We are just filthy. Can we swim? No, we can't swim because it's illegal for peasants to swim. We figured that out already. Well, alright then. What was the point of us becoming covered in muck? How is that supposed to help us? We've also used up our arrow. Do we need a new arrow? I want to ask these guys about the Jonka. Either we don't know anything about that, or you're real boring. Man. Is this how we hide from the predator? Classically, yes. But we also need an arrow. We're revisiting the film Prey, is what we're doing. We're going to... What the heck is that? There's a disgusting little Jonka hopping around outside a small cave. A fat pile of riches lies next to him. Well, shucks, man. Let's shoot him. We took down one foul beast. We can do it again. Take arrow. You grab yet another arrow from the tree, hoping to get some bonus points. First things first, Holdo. Alright. Talk. Jonka. Actually, being covered in mud is pretty fitting for today, considering how muddy I got fixing a water line today. Why, you'd fit right in here in peasantry, Ghost. The carrick is dead, he cries and hops around some more. You wonder how someone this primitive could have made that much dough. Save. Game saved. Take gold. The Jonka will see you and rip out your jugular with his teeth or something equally horrible. Alright then, let's use bow. What do you mean I don't need to do that? Talk. Jonka. Use mask. Gonna scare him away? What do we got in our inventory? We still got the mask, so we must be able to use it for something. Ooh, what if he wants the belt? But the belt's what's making us stink. Give belt. Don't need nothing from no filthy peasantses. Give shirt. Doesn't need nothing, huh? Doesn't need nothing, huh? Give arrow. Use bow. I would love to use bow. Man. Is this where the guy lives? Let's try opening the door. Open door, man. What do you mean you don't understand? Open. Enter cave. Open cave. Take knob. I do wish I could get that. What's the play here, cadets? What are we gonna do? I can clip into his door. I don't think that's gonna be useful though. Look door. Just a door, nothing more. Open door then. Weird, right? Alright, let's look. Treasure. What do you mean I don't need to look at that? Look gold. Search gold. Man. If only we knew all the keywords. Nothing else happens if we talk to the Jonko. What if we give him the mask? Nope, still doesn't want it. You, right? Talking about you. Talking about robots in my chat? You. Well, what if we trade Jonka? Nope, okay, doesn't want nothing. There must be something else that we can do then. Can we knock on the door? You could knock until your knuckles bleed. Nobody's home. Man. We've seen some screens update after the weather. So let's check the other ones. See what's going on. There's still this guy hiding behind the tree. Makes you miss old Sierra games? I think the only Sierra game I ever played was Lode Runner, but I loved Lode Runner. Oh, there's the guy. Use mask. Not on this screen. Use bow? Can we just snipe this guy? No. Talk. You startled him again, man. Drop shirt. See, I thought that was going to be the dude's brother. That was going to be the guy that responded to Haldo. But alas, no. Yo! Can I take this arrow back? Ew, no way, that thing's got some serious Carrick brand cooties on it now. He's all rotted. He wasn't fat, he was just big boned. Poor pig man. Take bone. I would love to do that, but the game won't let me, man. Let's see, is there anything new in the well? Now that I'm covered in mud? Alas. We're just giving a workout to our deltoids. Lantern still being a lantern. Still can't take it. Up at the inn. Can I look through the window? Check it out, there's an inn in there. You never would have guessed. Talk. Night. Frankly, Matthew Broderick, you sure stink like a peasant, but you still don't dress like a peasant, and you're not on fire like a peasant. Shucks. Take rock. Only we could take rock. Swim. Waterfall would probably churn you into one of those weight gain protein smoothies. Alright, no swimming then. What are we missing now, cadets? We're covered in mud. Talk to the lady again. Nope. Talk about Jonka. Alright, she's still mixed up about that. Can we take this pillow? You don't have anywhere to use it, and it's rather bulky, so you leave it. Well, shoot. Can we take berries? You've searched your fill of berry bushes for this game. If you want to search more, press reload on the browser. Just reload the game. Can we climb tree yet? Doesn't matter if we're all sappy if we're already covered in mud. I say. I can't see anything else that's changed. Go away, says Donglev. We're arguing over who's hotter. That's Donglev. Nothing new here. So we gotta figure out what to do with the Jonka. He's just so thrilled that the Carrick is dead. But we want all this gold, all this treasure. Take stuff. Take loot. Take gold. The Jonka's gonna see us. He's gonna rip out our jugular with his teeth. What's the pile towards the top? The top of the map? This thing here? That's a well, if that's what you mean. Or that's a haystack. It's a big bale of hay. We were looking through here before. It reminds you of a warm, safe place where as a child you'd hide. Hide hay. You're not known much better than a roll in the hay alone. Oh! You leap into the hay like a 2-year-old's boy. Uh-oh, the hay sticks to your muddy body. You're a walking hay bale, just like that one guy from that one show. Well, all right. Good call, Ghost. Hey, nice disguise. The Jonka doesn't seem to notice you. Yeah, so on this screen, that was just it from afar. So now you see we are the hay bale. So if we take gold, uh-oh, a stiff breeze blew all the hay, and surprisingly, the mud off of you. You take my riches, growls the Jonka. I would like to abscond. Please and thank you. Use bow? Just answer him yes or no, you fool. Oh, then no. Okay, let me know if you see riches anywhere. He grunts and goes back to his hopping. You smooth talker, you. Nice. Good save, guys. Okay, so now we got the riches back. You know, we should talk to the Jonka at least. See how he's feeling. Alright, he's still just glad that the Carrick's dead. That's fine. But now we can go back to Lady's place. Give her her riches. Her insurance riches. And see what comes next on this long-winded fetch quest. Give riches. My riches, she screams, and snatches up every last gold coin. Thanks, sucker. Here you go. She shoves the baby into your hands and bolts out the door. You later learn that she does this all the time and is wanted throughout the countryside. Those riches probably were the Jonka's, and who knows whose baby that is. Well, it's yours now. Okay. Now we use the chair. Sit chair. No? Okay. Use baby. inventory. We have baby. Peasant babies are adorable. No wonder they fetch such a pretty penny on the black market. Okay, okay. Good job, everybody. What are we going to do about that? Take feed. Can we use bed? Don't need to use that now. Okay. Use chair. Look chair. One of those self-rocking kind. Not bad for a brown collar peasant type. Must be trickle down in action. This place is dead anyways. We're out of here. Alright. What can we do with a baby? That's the question. Maybe that baby can fit inside the weird tiny little entrance here. I thought we'd need like a mouse or something. But maybe deploying Q baby. It fits. And it knocked open the door, and it's off. Never to be seen again. Way to go, baby. He got the cottage door open and headed off to a new life. He becomes valedictorian of his graduating class, goes to Scalding Lake State, gets a degree in advanced peasantry, and lands a job at Thatch Pro, building better cottages for a better tomorrow. That's good to hear. You grow apart and the letters from him become fewer and fewer. He develops a severe mead problem and blames you for never being there. Shucks. We're proud of you, baby. Let's look around. This place could use some serious sprucing of the up variety. Like, it's real easy to read all of these in a strong bad voice.
There's a dresser over there, and the broom kind of silhouetted all mysterious-like. Mysterious-like.
Look. Dresser. This dresser needs a good wipe down with new indenture. The dust-busting miracle spray. There's an especially enticing top drawer that is currently closed. Open drawer. There's a vintage peasant robe in there, just like Grandpa used to wear. Get robe. Get that robe. Use robe. You slip into the vintage robe. It smells like Grandpa's lap. Now you're looking like a serious peasant. We're serious peasantry now. What about that broom? Take broom. No, the broom's in the foreground, and you can't take things from the foreground. You don't see me all typing get browser window, do you? Alright, fair enough, fair enough. Close. A drawer. Aw, how thoughtful and boring of you. Break into this peasant's home, steal his clothes, but remember to tidy up after yourself. You're a real saint. We are getting there. Okay, now we've got robe. And robes mean we should be able to get into the inn. Braid, shirt. This guy is fairly naked. I feel like he could use a shirt. Still startled. Man. We're gonna figure out what you're there for, my guy. One of these days. Just you wait. Enter really should be a keyword here. Okay, now we're a peasant, so now we can use the get a room action. Okay, youngster, says the decrepit old person, just bed on down for the night, and I'm sure I'll remember to collect the fee come morning. Doodle-doodle-doo. Night falls like a bad PowerPoint presentation. Now it's night times. And look! What an uncomfortable bed. You sleep for maybe 20 minutes before the extreme pain in your spine forces you to get up. The pantry's open. Look. Pantry. Shelves and shelves of something called Old Man Rub. The only thing of interest is a big black pot of horse grease up on the top shelf. Take grease. Reach way up to the top shelf. Oh no! Now you can't see a thing, and your head is covered in highly flammable horse grease. You better get out of here before that disgusting old man comes back. Oh no. It messed up my controls. You can't tell, but So let me see here. The axes have been like rotated 90 degrees and mirrored. Look. We need to get out of there before that smelly octogenarian gets back. Alright. But can we do nothing? Can we do nothing about that candle or nothing? Nothing? No? Man. Shoot. Alright. It goes like this. Yeah, like this. And then, okay. Whew. Phew. You discard the big black pot and wipe the horse grease from your eyes. The hood of your robe is still covered in highly flammable horse grease, though. Alright, that's good. That's good. Do we still get that pot? I guess not. Can we go back inside? Okay, now we can walk in normal light. Real normal light. Help and shelves, old man rub. Take old man rub. You disgust me. What about that candle, though? That candle's not at all on fire. Take candle. Seems like you should be able to do that, doesn't it? Sorry, no dice. Well, thanks for at least thinking about us, game. Aha, the lantern. Oh, shoot. The horse grease on your robe caught fire. You're a for real peasant now. We smell, we're on fire, and we've got robe. We're hitting, like, all the stops here. Open door. Nothing else going on here. Alright, we're 3 for 3. Man, screens sure get light fast around here. Just want to see if there's anything else we've missed. If anything else has changed. But it's not nighttime anymore, so... hard to say. I feel like there should still be something to do with that stump, though, that's over here. Why show the stump on the map? Look, stump. We're running out of ideas as to what to do and stare at the stump. Yep, I feel that. Alright, well, we've got all the prerequisites to go face Trogdor, so maybe we try facing Trogdor, am I right? I mean, this is a guy who burninated our thatched roof cottage. Oh, we are on the wrong side of the river, though, so we're gonna have to take the long way back up. Check the inn one more time. What happens if we get a room at this point? Can we initiate nighttime again? Word of Peasant's Health says it can't serve any folk that's on fire. Nothing personal. Well, I mean, I don't like you much anyways. This is discrimination. This is anti-peasant discrimination. Just because we're on fire. Talk. Nice. Looking good, Mr. Peasant. Good luck with old Beefy Arm up there. This is it. You can finally get revenge on Trogdor. Nice work so far, stupid. Alright. Save. Save. Gotta save. Put it in a new slot even. We're 2/3 of the way there. Look, our score. 100 of 150. Alright. We should... Let's see. We should run an ad so that we can face down that fearsome beastie with the confidence that we're not going to get, you know, stuck with some sort of interruption. So 2-minute warning, 2 minutes, Space Cadets. We're going to be right back after this. But we're going to run a quick advertisement so that Mr. Jeff Bezos can get his money up and we can continue to stream in peace. The Vector Spaceman Show continues right after this. We're going to continue with our quest to take down this dragon This man, this dragon man. Trogdor, the Burninator. The Vector Spaceman Show returns right after this. And if you're lucky enough to skip the ad, then you get to hang with me for a couple of minutes. Let's head back to the station screen. Here we go. It's just us for a moment. So we only had to consult the walkthrough guide once, which was to help us find the pebbles. I feel like we could have gotten by without the map, but it was nice to know where the map was as well. Now the real question is, what are they going to have us do? The map's very useful, yes. I'm not going to say no to the map. But would we have been fine if we didn't technically have it? Probably. Probably. It just would have taken us a little longer, probably. But what are we going to have to do to actually take on the dragon himself? Is it going to be another mini game? We have an arrow. Can we just shoot the beastie? We'll find out presently as the show returns in about 30 seconds. Take a stretch, you guys. Take a drink. This is real adventuring hours right here. See, everybody else is off playing, you know, the Oblivion remaster. They're off playing, you know, Final Fantasy Online. Real adventures. No. This is what it's about. Straight from the source, right from the tap, OG questing right here. Making you type words on a keyboard. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. This is a proper quest right here. Still also have to figure out the stump and the naked man. Yeah. Like, what are those about? We're going to end up with like a score 120 of 150, and it's going to be, we missed all sorts of secrets. Unless there's a post-game, a new game plus or something. But what could it possibly be? Also, we're back from ads. I mean, check this. Check it out. Let's head back to the gaming screen. Peep this. We look at our inventory, right? We've got the monster mask. We can still use that. We've got the carrot belt, which is making us stink. But look at all of these missing items. What's going on here? What have we not yet encountered? We're gonna find out. We're heading up the mountain. Please insert floppy disk 2 into drive B and press enter. Disk read error. Please insert floppy disk 2 into drive B and press enter. There we go. Just had to jig a little bit. Do we climb? You're at the base of a very climbable cliff that leads right up to Trogdor's lair. This cliff is huge. The kind where rocks start falling down the minute you try to climb it. Climb. With a new determination, you dig your fingers into the cliff face and begin to haul yourself up the mountain like you were in a sports drink commercial. We're on that power thirst. We're fueled. It's pure energy. The mountain starts rumbling and big loose boulders start tumbling down. You'd best avoid them. But the thing is, how am I going to predict where they fall from? This is ill-conceived game design right here. If it drops right on my head, I'm not going to be able to dodge it if I'm right up against the top of the screen. Know what I mean? Nice jorb climbing the cliff. You have a real way with those arrow keys. Wow, it sure gets creepy fast around here. What with all the lightning and the scary cave entrance. Can we take bone? Ew, no, grody, you're grody. No, ew. Can we use map up here? We're off screen. A skull. Look skull. You can't be sure, but you think those are dead person bones. Take skull. Still quite grody. The beads, look at this. Yo, is this the Shadow Wizard money gang? Foolish peasant, how dare you enter this fairly sacred chamber? You explain that you're here to smote Trogdor, and if he doesn't get out of your way, him too. You cannot vanquish Trogdor, only the 3 keepers of Trogdor hold the tools by which to destroy the Burninator, the Trog Shield, the Trog Helm, and the Trog Sword. And the only way you'll give them up is if you answer the 3 Trog trivia questions correctly. Okay, here goes. What does Mendeleev have you tell Dongalev? A. Haldo. Oh, shoot. I tried to type it, but I guess it registered the A. Okay. Ah, crap, you're right. Here, take this stupid Trog Shield. Nice, we got the Trog Shield. These guys love casting spells. Hold, peasant. You must answer the second dreaded Trog trivia question. Listen carefully now. What was the innkeeper's pantry full of? Old Man Rub. That's right. Oh, this sucks. Guess I have to give you this Trog helmet. Dang. Man, we're looking fancy up ends. Can you look around? There are 3 openings with a little cliff in front of each. A beaded curtain hangs in a doorway on the far wall. Look, skeleton. Dead people bones. Look, curtain. That thing's awesome. You always wanted one for your dorm room, but your roommate was a total drag and said no. Alright, Trog Trivia, Part 3. 3 for 3, let's go. Think you're pretty hot stuff, eh? Let's you answer the deadly and pretty impossible 3rd Trog Trivia question. Riddle me this. To whom did the robe you're wearing originally belong? Oh man, was it Nobleman Nicholas? Nina Never Awesome? Or Naked Ned? I don't know. But I'm gonna presume it was Nina Never Awesome. The only reason that I'm choosing B for this is because the first answer was A and the second one was C, and I feel like they'd probably go one of each. So let's try it, because I don't know any of these names. Yes! I was hoping you'd get mine wrong. No Trog sword for you. In fact, no skin for you either. We got it wrong. We got disintegrated? Man. You sure did. You had a good run, though. Thanks for playing. Man. Alright, hopefully it will have auto-saved. Yes. Load. 07s. No worries, though. Alright, maybe it was Naked Ned. Maybe Naked Ned is that guy that we saw running around the woods, know what I mean? Uh-oh, you got it right. Trogdor's gonna kill me. Okay, you can have the Trog sword. Just promise not to kill any Trogdors with it, okay? See, I thought it would have been a distribution thing. But my inclination to lean towards, you know, equity in quiz design was clearly, it clearly did not serve us well today. You just stare at the keeper blankly. Okay, fine, you can have the dumb thing anyways. Trogdor's through the beaded curtain over there. The fabled Trog sword is yours. You now have the means to strike down Trogdor. Good luck, peasant. Do. Saved. Alright, through them beads, let's go. The beaded curtain slams shut, Bond. The beaded curtain slams shut. There's no turning back now. Look how small we is. You're in a giant cavern which houses a giant dragon. You didn't shrink or anything. Trogdor! Yo, he burninates the countryside, he burninates the peasants, and all their thatched roof cottages. And that's why we're here. We're here to avenge our thatched roof cottage. We're here to enact vengeance. We got roasted. Okay. Looks like you got a little too close. You did. Maybe next time, don't get too close. Thank you, game. Thank you for that wisdom. Alright. Load. What do you think would happen if we talk Trogdor? You yell some choice expletives at Trogdor, but he doesn't wake up. There's a cool echo, though. Look, Trogdor. Holy crap, Trogdor's way bigger in person than he looks in most tapestries you've seen.
All of a sudden, losing your cottage doesn't seem so bad anymore.
Could we use our bow? Shoot him from over here? Use sword. This is it. You hurl the Trog sword with all your might at the sleeping Burninator. Swing. Got him. Got him. Now you've done it. Trogdor's awake. The Trog sword doesn't seem to be doing a whole lot. Your legs lock in fear. Your eyes glaze over, and you wish for some peasant adult undergarments. But you think you hear Trogdor whimpering. Ah, crap. That's you whimpering. At least your voice still works, I guess. Look, Trogdor. He's looming menacing over you with a tiny wee sword stuck in his belly. He looks like he's gonna kill you really soon. Use shield! Trogdor's awake and a couple seconds from a rather dashing barbecue. Might as well say your piece with him. Talk to Trogdor? Oh, shoot! I guess not. Congratulations, you've won. No one can kill Trogdor, but you came closer than anybody ever. Way to go! Peasants are bound to talk about you for years and years. You'll be a legend. Maybe they'll even make a statue of you one day. Congratulations. No way! For realsies? Was that actually the game? There's our statue! Nice work on winning and everything. The end. I'm not sure how we feel about that victory, cadets. The end. Can we go back to the loading screen? Load? Nothing? Nothing? We just stall out? Peasant's Quest! We did it, you guys! But peep this, look, score 125 of 150. So clearly we missed something. I bet that if we had gone to talk to that naked Ned guy while wearing the robes, that we might have gotten some extra side quest or something like that. That's what seems likely. And then our score probably would have been bigger. Maybe, right? Because then we would have figured out what his name was, something like that. Because it wouldn't just, ask you that out of the blue, I feel like. I'm surprised that it doesn't take you back to loading or nothing. Alright, that was a good game, you guys. That was a real good game. I feel accomplished. I feel like that was worth it. It was nice to sort of split up what we were usually doing. Take a break from the star trucking for a week. Do something a little different. Have a little fun. And we did. Like I said, the whole Homestar Runner website and the games, the animations especially, really did, I think, have a huge influence on the kind of stuff we do now with the, Spaceman and Friends skits and specials and all that. You can definitely trace some ideological comedic lineage from the old Flash days to Spaceman and Friends now, that's for sure. That's for sure. Spend a lot of time on sites like that? Absolutely. I'm talking about Newgrounds. I'm talking about Flash Player. I'm talking about Mini Clips. I'm talking about, all the best sites. All the best sites. The decline of video gaming series, the legendary Lilypad shorts, Legendary Frog, that is. Trying to think of some other good animators of the time. There was Ego Raptor, who collaborated with a bunch of people, and then he dropped animation for the most part and did all his Game Grumps stuff. But he's from back in the day too. talking about a whole host of talented folks. And you know, and I keep saying it, Flash isn't technically dead. It's really just underground. Even Newgrounds does like a yearly Flash like contest and stuff like that. People still work in the medium because it's a wonderful, 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 wonderful format. What a shame that we had to, move on to cleaner, more streamlined HTML5 and YouTube videos and what have you. I remember big Flash videos used to have little loading screen minigames and stuff like that. Just to, help you pass the time on your slow 2000s internet. Ah, tales of yesteryear. But I think that's where we're going to call it for tonight, Space Cadets. Thanks for joining us on this mighty quest. We may not have slain the beast, but as the game says, we got closer than anybody ever has. And that's a victory all on its own. A victory in and of itself. Thanks for being here, Ghost, and thanks to Mana and Haster who tuned in earlier, and everybody chilling in the wings. We appreciate yous. We're going to send you off to see friend of the show. Let's see, who do we want to go say hi to? We're gonna go say hi to the Game Grotto, Meg and Dawn, who are doing a little Gartic phone playthrough with friend of the show, Cranberry and Ari, because Cranberry is celebrating, what is it? A new shoot, I forget what it was. Cranberry reached some sort of donation goal or something like that. It was something terribly important, and now I've forgotten what it was. But the Game Grotto, they are big fans of the Homestar Runner series as well, so they'll probably recognize the Peasant's Quest name. So everybody, be on your best behavior. Say nice things, as always. You're here to represent the Space Cadets. We're going to set up that raid. Let's go here. Search for James Grotto. The Game Grotto. And just like that, we're all set and good to go. So, Space Cadets, as always, I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in tonight, wherever and whenever you are. You can join us again next time, same place, 8 p.m. Eastern, right here at Harbor Station. We'll catch you on the other side, Space Cadets. Until then, of course, no matter what life throws your way, good luck and Godspeed. This is Vector Spaceman, signing off. Stick around for that raid, as we're about to send you off for some more great content for your team. Take care, everybody. We will see you all again real soon. Bye-bye.